All my grains are in the pot. It's all wrapped up under the sleeping bag, all insulated so it holds the temperature. So here I just pulled my grain bag out and I have it just draining. Just drain in there on my little strainer that's going to snap in half one of these brews real soon. I'm looking for a big one, but I can't find a good one. But my sparge water is just out there heating up. Fortunately it's raining, so I had to put some tin foil over the top of it, keep all the rain out. I'm sure it wouldn't really matter if a little bit of rain got in it, but it's before the boil. But I gotta come up with a way to do my boil outside if it's still raining. I'm debating on either making some kind of makeshift thing out of tin foil to just keep the rain out of the pot and still allow the steam to escape freely, or going to Canadian Tire and getting some tarps and tying it up to my fence and having a little tent kind of thing in my backyard. But I guess we'll figure that out in a half an hour after my sparge. So now I'm gonna put my grain bag into my sparge water. I never actually, lately I've never measured my water, but look at that, right to the top, that should be good. There's my wort there. Or is it called wort yet? I guess it's called wort now, right? So I do this on a towel just in case I spill anything. I always have a towel nearby so I can clean it up quick before the wife kills me. But yeah, just want to like poking at the grains a little bit to make sure the water's penetrating through the bag and getting into all these grains, so I can convert all those nice starches into these sugars for the little yeasties to eat up and make my beautiful alcohol. Just wrapped, I put some tin foil over the top of it to keep the heat in, and then wrapped it around with my sleeping bag. I'll leave that for about a half an hour, and then I'll strain the grains again, dump the sparge in with the rest of my mash, I guess, or my wort, and then I'll throw it back out on the burner, get it boiling again. Or get it boiling. It hasn't been boiling yet. I need a beer. Sparge is done. I drained off the grains. Still a little tiny bit coming out, so I just left it there. I poured everything else into my big pot, and I got my pot out here on boil. I have the lid on partially and this foil contraption that I just made up to try to keep the rain out, because it was raining pretty bad a few minutes ago, but it suddenly stopped as soon as I fired up my pot again. So I'm praying that it doesn't start raining again and I can finish my brew. And yeah, I just love that. Before coating up some foil, just a little protection, you know. I figure this way all the steam can still come out, so hopefully it won't build up any DTS or DST or whatever the hell that shit is. But yeah, so hopefully it all works out and the rain just holds off, because if the rain holds off I'll just pull the lid off in a few minutes. About to go through hot break. Just about ready to throw in my first hop addition. There we go, first edition, 1 ounce Simcoe. Just dropping my wort chiller in, about to drop in Warflock tablet, and then 2 more hop additions shortly after that. Then she'll be off to the fermenter. And now it's time for my flame out addition. So I'm gonna kill the flame, throw my hops in, And turn on the water for my wort chiller. Give it a little stir. Get those hops all mixed in nice. And I'm actually going to do one more addition. I'm going to wait for 2 minutes and then I'm going to throw in 8.5 grams of Amarillo. Just because I want to dry hop with 20 grams Amarillo, 20 grams of Cascade. So I think I figured I'd just use the excess, 8.4 grams that comes in the 1 ounce pack. I figured I'd just throw it in after I had the wort chiller going for 2 minutes just to get some hoppy aroma or flavor out of it, whatever it gives me, but I'm sure it'll be great. So here's the last one, 8.4. I know I skipped a couple hop additions, but you guys have seen this 100 times, so I just figured I'd, do a couple little ones, or, sorry, just show 1 or 2 of my additions, because, like I said, you've seen it all before. I don't know if I showed you guys this yet, but this is the newest addition to my homebrew equipment. That's what I'm classifying it as. It's an old 1958. I can't remember what brand it is and stuff, but she's a beauty. I'm gonna see if I can hold the glass and pour here. So.
I'm afraid my husband has saved so many lives. It's hard for him to keep track of them all.
Well, you remember this, if the story's true. My uncle's name was Tommy O'Rourke.
Here we go. This is my honey blonde. Turned out pretty good. Cheers, guys. Nothing beats homebrew. So we cooled it down to about 19.5, or no, sorry. It was 21. It was 21C. So I figured that's good enough. I'm pitching US05. The high end of that is, I think, 21.5, 22. So I have no patience. So I brought it inside, dumped it in my fermenter, and pitched my US05. I was going to rehydrate, but I forgot. So I just pitched dry. But I've done it many times before like this, and it's always worked out. I'm not saying that it's not better to rehydrate, but I know that this will still make beer, and I'll still drink it. So works for me. So this is the recipe that I just brewed. Called it November Rain because it's raining out and it's November. I'm not very creative. As you can see, I used 2-row Crystal 45, some Cara Red, Golden Promise, and Cara Foam. Hops were Simcoe, Centennial, Mosaic, Cascade, and Amarillo. The specialty malts that I used, it was pretty much, I was trying to use up some open packages I had. The Crystal 45, I just decided to throw a whole pound. That was the package that I had. It was a pound. I have like 7 more packages of 1 pound, and they have between, $4.40 and $4.65 or something like that in them. So I just dumped that in and used up some of the Cara Red that I had left over from my Irish Red that I made, which turned out really good. Golden Promise, I had some left over from something, I can't remember what it was, so I just tossed it in. But yeah, the OG turned out to be 53. Pitched the US05. I think maybe in 2 weeks when I brew another beer, I might just pitch it on top of the yeast from this batch, just dump out the excess beer, After I keg, dump out what's left and just pitch on top of that. I've heard of a lot of people trying that recently with good results. So I might just try that. And I mean, it saves me on buying another pack of yeast because I'm a cheap old bastard, but what can I say? You know, it's all about experimentation with the brewing. So you gotta experiment. But guys, cheers. 17 and I'm out.